Ministry of Health announces the death of 2 residents and 292 new confirmed cases of COVID-19. And the United Nations envoy says Syria's warring parties agree to Geneva talks. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a verbal message to His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Emir of Qatar, on furthering the relations between the two brotherly countries and discussing prominent regional issues of mutual interest. The message was delivered by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, when His Highness the Emir of Qatar received him in Doha last night. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Paul Biya of Cameroon on his country's National Day. The Ministry of Health announced the death of 2 residents, which makes the total COVID-19 deaths in the Sultanate to 27. The ministry stated that the age of the death cases are 57 and 34 years. It also announced 292 new confirmed cases that brings the total number registered in the Sultanate to 5,671. The Ministry of Health has stressed that 1,574 cases have been recovered. Within the efforts to limit the spread of COVID-19, the ministry advises all citizens and residents to keep on washing hands with water and soap. Avoid touching the face, nose, mouth and eyes. Follow hygienic habits when coughing and sneezing. Adhere strictly to social distancing instructions. Stay at home and not to go out unless absolutely necessary. Adhering to isolation and social distancing will prevent you, your family and the community from COVID-19. Stay safe. There had been around 4.63 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 globally, including 312,009 deaths. The United States topped 1.5 million cases, and the death toll rose to 90,347. The total number of infections in Russia reached to 290,678, and the total death toll to 2,722, while 70,209 people have now recovered. Moscow, the country's worst hit region, confirmed 3,238 new cases in the past 24 hours, taking its total to 146,062. The total coronavirus-related death toll in Britain reached 34,796, and 246,406 people across the country had tested positive for the disease. The coronavirus pandemic has claimed more than 32,000 lives in Italy, bringing the total number of cases combining infections, fatalities and recoveries so far to 225,886. The total number of confirmed deaths in Spain reached 27,709. In France, the coronavirus-related deaths stood at 28,239. The number of deaths from the coronavirus in Germany increased to 7,935. India reported 3,029 deaths and the total cases to 96,169. U.S. President Donald Trump threatened to permanently cut off the nation's funding to the World Health Organization (WHO) if the body does not commit to what he called substantive improvements within the next 30 days. In a letter to WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the president added that he could reconsider the U.S. membership in the organization. The threat came as the world continues to combat the COVID-19 pandemic, which has infected more than 4.6 million people globally and killed over 315,131. The United States alone has reported more than 1.4 million infections and over 89,000 deaths. Both figures are far higher than those in any other country or region. Trump announced in mid-April that his administration would halt U.S. funding to the WHO, a roundly criticized move that many experts have said was trying to shift blames and would be counterproductive to addressing the public health crisis. Based in Geneva, Switzerland, the WHO is a specialized agency of the United Nations for the International Public Health, which has played a crucial role in coordinating the global fight against the coronavirus pandemic.
In particular, I guess they weren't happy with the job he's...
The World Health Organization will continue to lead the global fight against the coronavirus pandemic, which threatens to tear at the fabric of international cooperation. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, WHO Director General, thanked the many member states who have expressed their support and solidarity at its two-day annual Ministerial Assembly. He welcomed a European Union resolution adopted by the consensus by WHO's 194 member states that calls for an independent evaluation of the international response. Tedros said they will continue providing strategic leadership to coordinate the global response to the pandemic.
Non-compliance with the directives of the Supreme Committee dealing with coronavirus COVID-19 exposes you to risk and legal action. Stay safe.
United Nations Special Envoy Geir Pedersen said today that opposing sides in the Syrian civil war have agreed to reconvene in Geneva for negotiations on the constitution, which could provide the arena for bridging deep mistrust. After 9 years of conflict in Syria, Pedersen referred to relative calm in the last rebel-held enclave of Idlib as opportunity for building confidence. He urged the United States and Russia, who support opposing sides, to start talks and back the peace process. Pedersen is the fourth United Nations envoy to try to mediate peace in Syria, where rebels fighting President Bashar al-Assad are holding onto a last piece of territory in the northwest. Fighting has calmed since March, when Turkey, which backs some groups opposed to Assad, agreed a ceasefire with Russia. Pedersen said it was a great relief that there had not been more COVID-19 cases in the country, although warned of the risk of a wider spread. He said there had been 64 cases. A powerful cyclone was moving towards India and Bangladesh today as authorities tried to evacuate millions of people while maintaining social distancing. Cyclone Amphan is expected to make landfall tomorrow. The cyclone had winds of 220 to 230 kilometers per hour and is forecast to weaken before it makes landfall around India's West Bengal state and Bangladesh. Bangladesh government ordered local authorities to prepare thousands of shelters and makeshift structures to protect more than 5 million people before the cyclone crosses the region. Amphan's winds were thrilling as far as 700 kilometers from its eye as it approached land. The eye of the storm is likely to pass through the Sundarban mangrove forest, one of the largest tracts of mangroves in the world. Watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and now to end this news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham sends a message to His Highness the Emir of Qatar on furthering the relations between the two brotherly countries. The Ministry of Health announces the death of 2 residents and 292 new confirmed cases of COVID-19. And the United Nations envoy says Syria's warring parties agree to Geneva talks. With that, we do conclude this news bulletin, brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, directed by Hilal Ashandoudi, presented of course by Abdullah Rubai, and the chief editor of English News, Mohammed Ali Ahmadi, and the entire news team. Thank you for joining us.